What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some Idle Heroes. I'm going to thank you guys so much for coming out with me today. If you liked the video, don't forget, smash that thumbs up button to show your support. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright guys, we're here today on the seasonal server because private server's slacking off a little bit. Alright, I just say it, it's thing. I kind of want to get over there and do some fusing up for enables and stuff, but since Fusion Event is not a permanent thing on the private server like it is on official, you have to wait for a Fusion Event still to make progress, which is kind of dumb. I think the way the official did the Fusion thing was just way better than private server. I don't know why they didn't immediately emulate it. It's not that hard to make monthly events. They've already done it for things like seasonal, so I feel like it can't be too difficult to swap that over, but whatever. It's their thing. It's their thing. They can do what they want to do. So instead of being able to do stuff on the private server today, we gotta wait. And instead, we're going to hit some stuff up over here. We've got a couple summons to do, nothing crazy, but depending on what drops out of them, might affect what we do later. So, we'll start out here with 26 heroic summons, because why not? I've got quite a bit of energy built up back there too, but I might as well save it. There's an Ormus. Do I need Ormus on this one? No, I think this is the count I have all the Ormuses a guy could ever want or need. There's a Belrain. Got rid of her already, so that's sad. That's sad, I fed her out already. No big deal. Let's go here with a nice... Ooh. Okay, it got better at the end. It started out pretty ugly, but nothing super great coming from that either. Although I do think I've already finished the summon prizes. I have. Whatever. Not a big deal. Profit orbs. I mean, I've got 6 more basic, or heroics, but I'll just save them up, use them more as tin bombs. I'm shooting for stuff here in the Fortress faction. I have tons of Ormus. That's the only hero I can get from Fortress that I've actually was going to build. But, the 2 Shias, I got those in the first week of the server. I have not seen another Shia the entire 2 weeks after that. It's ridiculous. Hopefully we can snag something out of these profit orbs, but Fortress has been treating me disgustingly bad on this account. I just cannot get what I need. It just does not happen. On the other account, it's weird, because I'll get everything I need on this account over there, and it's like, come on now. Come on now, game. And as you can see, it looks like the trend is continuing with pretty much butthole coming in, and I don't want that. Nobody wants that. We'll do this one time, and Ice Blink sucks. So that's not cool. That is not cool with our orbs. But we've got a lot of 9-star food, as you can see. We've got 9-star foods just stacking up because I can't get copies of crap that I need. It's so unbelievable. Unbelievable. But it's thing. I debated taking Ormus straight to E3 from 9-star, but the only other E3 I have right now is Vesa. They'll be double healers. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our Heartwatcher instead to E3 because I need to. And then, I don't know, I guess we'll test Heartwatcher around a little bit at E3. And I want to save some of my 9-star food for, Sigmund or Shia, but I don't even know if I'm going to get them. Oh, before we jump into that. More horrible, terrible news. Alright, the Wishing Fountain, the Super Wishing Fountain. People have told me in my comments that they have seen Shia on the private server / seasonal server wheels. I don't know if that's true or not. But I have spent more gems this season refreshing the casino than I have in any other seasonal, probably all my other seasons combined. Because it's all I need. I just need Sigmunds and Shias, and I cannot get them. I have every other copy of every hero I need, except for those 2 units. I have refreshed this wheel probably 400 times. No Sigmunds, no Shias. Unbelievable. When it comes to my Super Wishing Fountain, I guess I can refresh those right now. I haven't done that. Can we get lucky and maybe snag out a Sigmund or a Shia? Emily, no. And Bloodblade. So, that's been pretty much the story of my refreshes this season, is I just cannot get anything on the wheel that I'm looking for in the Fortress faction. So it's a little bit sad, but we're going to deal with it, because that's how you do things. You just got to deal with it. Right now, we're going to jump in. We're going to make you a Beautimus 12-star Heartwatcher. So, let's get it done. Let's get it done. Boom, you're looking good. You're looking hot. And now it's time to make a 10-star food, which we can do. I believe we're going to use Dragon Slayer here, because I've got... Oops. Go ahead and put that in there. There we are. And that, and a 9-star food. Eeny, meeny, miny. This one. There we go. So now we've got our 10-star food set up. We're looking good. Let's go ahead and make you an E3 Heartwatcher. Like a bam. Like bam, first E3 Heartwatcher that I've ever builded. It's amazing. It's great. Hopefully she doesn't suck. She won't. It's going to be a thing. So let's go ahead and take her up to 290. Get her maxed out. Over 2 million HPs. That's nice. Little extra survivability there. 84,000 attack isn't the highest, but I'm running an energy artifact on mine for boss damage. Usually you could run stuff like the Punisher Staff, boost her attack quite a bit doing that, over 100,000, and it gives her quite a bit of crit damage. But, I don't know. I think this works better for boss fights, personally, so that's what we're going to keep on her for now. So we have the 2 E3s done. We've got a 10-star here. Our Fortress faction side of things is just sad as crap. But we do have, what is it? We have 2 more 9-star foods, so I could get another thing up to E1, or I could get my Rosa to E2. Not the best. I'm not going to lie about that. It's not the best season I've had. Like I said, pretty busy all season. And last season, it's just it's taken a toll on my amazingness, and I don't like it. I don't like it, but it's okay. We'll make it happen. So, ooh, mail. Oh, there we go. Give me that. Give me those antlers, Kings. It's the first 10-star I made this week. That's sad. That is sad, but it's going to be a thing. What are we getting here? Ooh, Karma's Eye. I think this would be Karma's Eye, isn't it? Maybe I'm retarded. This is the first time I've ever gotten this artifact, BT dubs. Very first time. Not going to use it at all because it's Shadow faction. But it is damage against Warrior. And if I don't have one of those, that would be useful. So it is kind of useful in a way. We can use it. That's good. Bet. I want to check out a little bit of Marauder damage. There you go. You look like a safe bet, Waltar. Do we have Assassin damage to put on anybody? Ranger, Mage. Does someone already have it on? You do. You can keep it. You can keep it. It's okay. We'll let that be a thing. So let's go ahead and battle out one of these. Walter, it's back line, so if you don't want your stuff to get stunned, you keep them in the front line. I don't want my Heartwatcher getting stunned, but I also don't want Shia getting hit too hard either, maybe. Actually, it's probably better that she's in the back line in case she blocks. I don't know. We'll leave it like this. I don't know, we'll do it like this. We'll do it like that. Keep the weaker units up front. Whatever, not a big deal. Let's see if we can do some decent-ish damage. I don't expect a ton from Heartwatcher, but I do expect a decent amount more than before, because she's now E3 with much higher attack. But right now, like I said, when you build Heartwatcher with an energy artifact, you're not trying to maximize your Heartwatcher's damage, you're trying to maximize your team's damage, because the energy artifact, once Heartwatcher's 10-star plus, is going to give your team an outright damage boost to start the battle out with. I think her basic attacks can give you a 35% increase of damage, but her active skill is a 45% increase. So if you have an energy artifact, you start the battle off with your entire team dealing 45% extra damage instead of 35%. So you get a little bit of a damage buff doing it that way. So we'll see how it all pans out. I might have to run her a little bit as a damage unit myself just to see what kind of numbers you could get from a Heartwatcher at E3 if you really wanted to gear her just towards dealing the most amount of damage. And testing on a Walter probably would be one of the best ones I could. I didn't put her enables on. Stupid idiot. I knew I forgot something. I was just thinking about it. I was like, I could change over enables to damage enables. And I was like, I don't have any enables. So we'll get that taken care of. Wrath's retarded. It's a thing. We do that sometimes. But whatever. It's all good. It's all good. Everybody makes mistakes, and I do it a lot, especially at E3 units. I'm always doing that, forgetting to put enables on them. I need to do that. Need to make that a thing. So let's go back and, I guess what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word for it, and I can't remember it, so we don't even care. We're going to fix our mistake. Okay, we're going to do that. Here we go. Rectify. That's the word I was looking for. You're good. So Shia is absolutely dropping insane damage to that artifact on. Again, Vesa's not geared for damage right now. I think she's actually more geared for survivability. But not worried about that. They're not the ones we're testing today, really. It's mainly Heartwatcher. So that was just pretty much, I guess, almost a vanilla Heartwatcher, except for I think I have attack break on her first enable. I do. Let's go ahead and put crit after round 4. Try to get a little bit extra damage out of her. And we'll put spell control on as well. Like bam. And since we're just fighting a weak Marauder, let's go with some mightiness as well. I don't need the attack break. He doesn't do enough damage, I don't think, to cause me any real issues. I have a crit HP stone on right now, which is not the best for outright damage. But up to C4, you get more crit percentage out of a crit HP stone than you do a crit and crit damage stone. You only get 15% crit chance on a crit stone. So you get a little extra crit chance, which is nice. Plus the HP is really good for things like the Aspen, because it gives her extra survivability, a lot more tankiness than the crit damage is going to. So I like that stone for more all-aroundy. But if you're wanting maximum damage, obviously crit and crit damage will give you a more damage output. But whatevs. What we can do, I guess, this time, let's just go... Well, no. Let's do this first round with her geared up like a support unit with the energy artifact. She does have not supporty enables, but whatever. And then I want to swap in and see how much damage I can deal if I swap that artifact from Shia over to Heartwatcher and see what kind of damage my Heartwatcher can put out if she's actually geared towards damage. Because usually I build her as support. That's usually what you do with her, at least what I've seen, is, the attack breaks and stuff like that. Things on her are supposed to help your team survive and deal more damage. That's kind of how I like to run mine. But I've never really tried to build her just straight up raw, deal as much damage as you can, Heartwatcher, so let's see what she can do. We'll see what she can get up to. It's all good, especially since Heartwatcher is one of those units that you can make as your very first E3 unit, because it's going to help you a lot in your PvE area all throughout the game, but it's also a decent Aspen unit, which is great. The only thing Heartwatcher doesn't do well is PvP, but if you have an E3 Heartwatcher and you're fighting 10 stars, she can probably still put them down, because that's just how E3s work. They're usually going to crap all over, 10 stars and stuff like that. So I haven't been paying attention at all to the damage I've been dropping. There's 11 million. That feels pretty nice. Thing to keep in mind here, Heartwatcher is Forest Faction, which means she does naturally deal extra damage to Walters. So she will have a little bit higher damage here than if you fought something like ODO1. Just to keep in mind, keep things straight. So, is she doing a huge amount of damage? Not really. Not a massive amount of damage at all, but that's okay. Like I said, Heartwatcher's not meant to be your biggest damage dealer in PvE. She's meant to deal damage, a little bit of it, but also boost your entire team's damage. That's what I like. 165 million damage, still nothing super impressive, but obviously swapping to attack enables really bumped Heartwatcher's damage up. How about we do that one more time, just to kind of get a baseline? She was around, 50 million there. See if we can get her around the same damage again. 161, about 38 million. So between 40 and 50 mil, it looks like, without the assassin damage artifact. Let's go ahead and rob Shia of this, because I'm sorry, you don't need it anymore for now, but you will later. So we'll go ahead and put that on you, and what we'll do is we'll put the Punisher Staff on Shia for some extra crit and crit damage, because why not? Why not do it? Sounds like a good idea. And now let's jump back in, and let's see how much our Heartwatcher can do if she's geared up heavily for PvE. Now, sometimes people get on me, all right? People get on me about not testing enough in PvP. There's a couple reasons for that. The first and foremost reason is, generally speaking, I'm almost always building a PvE team, which means it's going to suck in PvP regardless. So even if I did build a really good PvP unit, it's not going to do as well or shine as bright in a PvE team as it will in a PvP team. So it's not exactly fair to test out like a PvP unit in a PvE team, because you're kind of dragging the PvP unit down because the rest of your team isn't built for it. So that's usually why I don't test PvP. But like I said, usually I'm building PvE units anyways. Like, Heartwatcher isn't meant for PvP, so there'd be no point in me testing her there. But like Lutz the other day, why don't you test PvP with Lutz? I could, but it's only really going to do anything if he's got a PvP team behind him, and also if I'm fighting mages, because that's the only thing that Lutz really does in PvP is counter mages. Other than that, he doesn't really do anything. He's not a very good unit for PvP. I've smashed many hundreds of E3 Lutz through my seasonal times, because a lot of people build him to counter things like Flame Strike, and when I see E3 Lutz, I know it's probably a pretty easy win, and I just take them down. That's just the way it is. They're not that good. But whatevs. With that said, last round going through here. Let's see what our Heartwatcher managed to pick up this time. Hopefully good damage. We'll see. 191 million, so somebody got a damage spike, and it was Heartwatcher. Up to 73 millions of damage, but Vesa came in pretty hard too at 53 mil that time. Not bad, especially being as Vesa is not geared toward PvE damage right now. I believe she just got like resilience and HP on and stuff. Yes, HP, resilience, and reduces crit, because I think we're fighting a scary boss. That's why I swapped that over. But whatevs, not a big deal. 73 million damage, that's the tavern, that is the wrong button. Let's do it one more time, just like always, next through it, and just see if we're hovering around the same damage, or if we're going up or down. We'll see. So, 216, so we did go higher, with Heartwatcher dropping nearly 100 million damage. 98 million, so just kind of on the precipice of extra damage. But like I said, generally speaking, in a team, you're not going to run your damage artifact on Heartwatcher, because it's going to be less effective than running that damage artifact, say, on like a 10-star Shia. Being as my 8-star Shia right now is still hanging around 50 million damage, that's a lot of damage for an 8-star unit to drop. I might as well, if I had an E3 Shia in my lineup, give Shia that assassin damage artifact to really maximize the extra damage, and put the energy artifact on Heartwatcher to help Shia do even more damage. So normally speaking, unless Heartwatcher is your first E3, you usually don't build her to do your team's damage. You build her to boost your team's damage. That's kind of the idea. And your heavy damage dealers like your Dasmogs, your Shias, your Sigmunds, those will generally get class-based artifacts because they're going to deal a lot more damage than Heartwatcher will anyway. And that's normally how I run things. So first up, well, I guess this is like fifth up, whatevs. That worked out pretty well. I'm pretty impressed. I didn't expect 100 million from her, but again, she was fighting a Walter, which means she was fighting an enemy that she had a natural class-based boost against. She does only have 5-star gear on, which does nerf her damage down a little bit. Obviously, with full assassin set, you would hit over 100 million guaranteed, and probably a C6 stone, especially if I went with a crit and crit stone, I would get even higher damage out. But like I said, guys, when you build Heartwatcher, she's almost always built as a support unit. That's what she's supposed to be in most cases. If you use her in the Aspen dungeon, you might build her a little bit differently and more tanky, just because you want her to survive more. But I'm decently impressed with her. I didn't really expect Heartwatcher to go near 100 million, especially not the build I have going on. And I don't even think my assassin tech is maxed yet either. It's still a little bit off, so her damage can potentially go up even a little bit more. Yeah, she's missing some armor break, which would help a little bit, but she's also missing 10% skill damage, which obviously boosts her damage. So not exactly a maxed out version of Heartwatch that you got to see there, but by the time we do the hero analysis, she will be maxed, so that'll be a thing. We don't have any raid fights, do we? I hope not. Do I? I do, balls. I suck at raids. I suck at raids so bad this season. I'm doing so bad. I hit one earlier, didn't I? I did at 17 mil. These are mages. Who's going to live the longest? Probably you, but that's only if you've got reduced damage on. We can try her with that. We'll try you. Who do I want? Who's my tankiest person? Rosa's got about 2 million HP, but that's with the reduced damage artifact on. Can't ditch that. Let's try it like this and try to keep Heartwatcher alive to stack damage boosts. For my enables, probably want to pop her over to a more tanky build, because these guild bosses don't play games. You probably won't be stacking up as much damage as you normally would in a regular fight. So let's see. Basic attack, decreasing attack, probably not a bad idea. Running her mainly with support enables there to keep her alive. Vesa, whoops, let's go down here. You don't need that. Basic attack might not be a bad idea here, but it's only going to hit the very first enemy and lower their attack. I don't really need to lower their crit, I don't think. We'll leave it on. You never know. Once I get more enableds in, we can do a little more stuff with that. But for now, this hopefully will give me a little bit better damage than 17 million. But you never know. I might do worse. I might have had a really good run last time, and then I'll just screw it all up this time. We'll put Rosa in Tef front. We'll put Heartwatcher in slot 2, because she's got my high reduced damage. So if Rosa dies, Heartwatcher's there to hopefully pick up some of the slack. Let's see if we can make things happen. I don't know. Oh, that's right. She doesn't have the the energy artifact on. It's all good. We're okay. We're okay for nowsies. I assume the backline's going to die pretty quick. Yeah. As long as Vesa stays alive and Heartwatcher stays alive, we should be okay for some decent damage. Because I do believe my Vesa tanked them all earlier, but earlier my Vesa had the reduced damage on, so that makes a difference. We'll see, though. It's looking decent. I mean, she's staying alive. I think we're going to make it happen. Having that E3 Heartwatcher is definitely going to help out anyway, because she's not going to die right off the bat, which should boost my damage. I don't know, it's still not going to be up to par with the people in this team. Dude, this guild, I do not deserve to be in this guild at all. I've been so bad these last couple of seasons. Well, I guess last season I wasn't in the guild. I was in a different one. But this time, I'm just dragging them down. These guys are amazing. They always do super great in season. They're just wrecking booties all the time, and I'm just showing up like getting my booty wrecked all the time. And it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good for me, but it's all right. We'll see what we ended up with. 4 million damage drops by the Vesa. Definitely going to help my damage. I would say we did quite a bit more this time. 43 million. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, baby. Get me up there in the damage. Vesa dropping 32 million damages. It's quite a lot. That's why I like E3 Vesa. People talk crap on Vesa. Usually it's people that are focused heavily in PvP and more late game. Like, oh, Vesa's useless now. No one uses her in PvP. But this is why I like her. When it comes to guild boss fights, having a Vesa is a huge, huge game changer. Because not only does she give you survivability for your team, but she also puts out pretty decent damage. So I'm okay with that. That was with the mage damage artifact on, which is a very good choice, obviously. In this situation, she didn't die, and she did max damage, so 32 million, I'm good with that. 43 total, that was like triple my damage from earlier. But still, like I said, even with tripling my damage, I'm still in place 14 with 2 hits. These guys are just ridiculous. That guy's obviously cheating. Obviously hacks. No, but seriously. These guys are amazing. As you see, people ask me all the time, Wrath, how do you get that little emblem around your thingamajigbob, the little gold lining? That's Guild War rankings. That's how well your guild does when it goes to fight other guilds. So when you're placing, I think it's top 4, I want to say, I could be wrong. I think top 4 is gold. I don't know them all. There's blue, there's gold, I think there's purple. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really focus too much on the Guild War side of things. It's more of a PvP area than PvE. And I'm all PvE, but that's how you get it. And every season that I'm in Seasonal Masters, we always have the emblem around our name because the team does amazing when it comes to Guild Wars. This guy rocking 3 E3 units already, obviously way ahead of me. They're good players. That's the lowest I've seen TikTok in ages, but he's still doing pretty good. 3 E2s and an E3. Like I said, I'm just behind. That's what it is I'm just behind because I sucketh. All right, that's the thing. But this guild's pretty awesome. Seasonal Masters, 2 thumbs up from Wrath. Hopefully next season I can not suck as bad and give him a little bit better of a teammate. But yeah, so there's the test. I guess wasn't all about Heartwatcher because Vesa obviously backed her up in the guild fights. But that's kind of the point. Your team isn't just 1 unit. Your team is 6 units. But anyways, I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed with the amount of damage I could get out of her, being that I normally run her support. I never really built a Heartwatcher for damage until right now. So it's kind of cool to see her hit around 100 million. If I had the better gear, obviously the max tech, I would say 100 million is very easily achievable with Heartwatcher if you build her that way. But like I said, once you get the full E3 team, Heartwatcher's almost always going to take a support role where you build her for more supporty stuff, and then your damage dealer is the one that actually dropped the big damage. That's where you're going to put your best artifacts for damage on. But whatever. That was kind of the thing. I guess I could run a little bit of Aspen, but do I want to? I mean, she's got the right enables pretty much for it. She's got the, do I want to run Vesa is the best, or do I want to run Heartwatcher is the best? How about we do this? Let's run you with damage versus Assassin. Might not be the best idea. Oh, wait, no. It's not Assassin. I need this Ranger. Give me that. Boop. Ranger. That's for field nodes. When you run into field in the Aspen dungeon at 10 star, he perma-stuns assassins pretty much. You can't kill him in one shot or demon potion your way through him. He's going to instantly wreck an assassin unless you've got an amazing amount of, CC resistance built up. Which, I mean, I might be able to do that. I might be able to drop this right here and go Light Will. And maybe I can save the damage versus Ranger. And maybe do something like Assassin to deal with maybe Blood Blades or Walters. Maybe that's a good idea. We'll do it like that. So I guess I can do a little bit of an Aspen run. Not going to be nothing huge or amazing. Just kind of doing it. I don't know how high I even gotten this before. Nightmare. I made it to Nightmare. Hey, we made it to Nightmare. We don't suck terrible. Uh-oh, 4 Vesas. It's been a while. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if we can make it happen. This is the first time I've ever tested an E3 Heartwatcher in the Aspen dungeon in general. So, hopefully, should be able to nuke these dudes down. Usually that's what happens with Vesas. They're going to keep healing back to full health until you stack enough Watcher marks on them that you one-shot them like that. And then as they start falling, it's no big deal. But for certain heroes, the Vesa nodes are incredibly hard to beat. Things like if you run a Gru as your Aspen hero, he doesn't deal a lot of damage, and these guys heal a lot of damage, so you just end up stalemating. If you run a Vesa, you can have the same problems where you're just not able to one-shot them, and they just keep healing up to max. So that worked out pretty well. Bade, I'm not super worried about Bade. I'll say that he'll kill me. Like, oh god, no, that's not a big deal. 4 Karims can sometimes be a bit of a pain in the butt. We'll see. We'll see if it'll be a thing, because they do steal your attack when they start dropping their actives, and that really hurts your healing, if you guys don't know that, because you heal based off your attack with Heartwatcher, and obviously it's going to nerf her damage down quite a bit as well. But as they start dying, those debuffs start to wear off, and they don't stack as high, so you're usually okay. But you got to watch out for it. If you get all 4 of those active skills hitting on you, it's a 40%, or is it 40% or more? I can't remember how much attack he steals. But whatever. It steals a lot of your attack, and it can be dangerous. Double Asmo, probably not a problem. I'll say all that and I'll get killed, but I don't know. We'll see. I think we'll be okay here unless they get some crazy good crits on me. But I feel like we're probably all right. There we go. Good thing that tripped on that, not an active skill. We're good. Boop. Get wrecked, Asmo. You are dead. I don't know how high I'm going to push here. Up field. And this is what I was talking about with field. All right. At 10 star, he's got a perma-stun pretty much. He has a 75% chance to stun you with his basic attack, and his active skill is 100% chance to stun assassins. So if you run your Aspen dungeon with something like Karim, Heartwatcher, any assassin, obviously, Field nodes can be a big issue for you because of the fact that they can perma-stun your assassin and kill them. I guess we can run it, and maybe I'll die. Maybe I won't. Actually, I'll run it like I normally would run it. I'm going to drop a demon potion down to fill up my energy all the way to full, and hopefully I can one-shot the field. If I can't, it's not a huge deal. Like I said, he's not dead. Sometimes you can pull out of it. Like I said, when I ran Light Will, that's why I run Light Will and the Magic Stone Sword, because it boosts your CC resistance. So if I can dodge even one crowd control chance from field, you can beat him. But if you don't have crowd controls, if you're running like the Oak Heart as your artifact and you don't have a Light Will enabled because you're on official, you have to nuke field down or he will perma-stun your assassin and kill it. It happens all the time. I don't think Gurky will kill me. No, he didn't. We're good, so I don't know, we'll probably... I don't want to go like crazy with it and fight for like 40 hours. But we'll do a little bit of a push here. See if we make the nightmare. Yeah, 50's a long way off. 50 is a very long way off, and I have no gems for this either. I blew them all. I blew them all on the casino wheels where they all went. I was like, I'm sure if I spin 400 times, I'll get a Sigmund. And then I was like, oh, I didn't. It didn't happen. So it's whatever. Not a huge deal. Let's see what a single Vesa does, because single Vesa is usually harder. Well, I don't know. Single Vesa and 4 Vesas, they both kind of suck. But like I said, this is the good thing about Heartwatcher. She does counter more Healy units, because as she attacks them, they get weaker to being attacked by her. And then she just kind of nukes them to death, which is great. I do like Heartwatcher for the Aspen dungeon. I don't know how high an E3 can go, but hopefully by the time I do my analysis on her, I will know how high I can get, at least how high I can get mine in the Aspen dungeon. So we'll see. Oh, Bloodblade. Now, these are scary nodes. I'm going to throw Vesa in here with a Demon Potion to get her to an active skill. Remember, I put the Assassin Damage Artifact on my Vesa, so hopefully she'll be able to one-shot these Bloodblades with a single Demon Potion. And she can. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Without that, those nodes can be game enders for Heartwatcher or Vesa. And now we're back to a field. Do we want to try to... Let's try to fight this field. Just balls out, no energy. Worst possible scenario to fight a field. Let's see what happens. So we got stunned in the first run, stunned in the second, stunned the third. Okay, we're starting to get up there. The Light Will kicked in. And that's why Light Will is super important when you're fighting in the Aspen Dungeon. Like I said, on official, you don't have that option. So the Magic Stone Sword is like an absolute must, because it gives you that crowd control reduction. At least for me. I've seen people say the Augustus Magic Ball works really well in the Aspen Dungeon, and I would say maybe at Hell Plus probably for the extra speed, because things like Faithblade will outspeed you in Hell mode if you have a slow unit like Vesa. I personally have not run the Augustus Magic Ball, so I don't know how it works in the Aspen Dungeon. I've never had the artifact, so I never had a chance to really... Oh, I do have it, actually. I have it on account. I'll have to give it a run and see how it feels. Like I said, some people really swear by it, Augustus Magic Ball, and I can see why it would be nice. High block chance, good speed, and attack. It's not terrible. I just like that crowd control reduction a lot. It's very important to me. So we'll probably tapper this out here at like Nightmare 20-ish. Another Vesa shouldn't be an issue. There we go. Vesa be dead. Vesa is dead. Nightmare 20, the Bloodblade node will do the same thing we did last time. This will eat through your demon potions pretty quick, but like I said, if you can like... If it shouldn't crit, I wonder if it kills them still. It didn't you get a chance to check it? Crit on all of them. You're all dead. But like I said, that's kind of how I like to run my things, bouncing back and forth between your tougher nodes. And, you know, using units that are going to help you break those harder nodes that your normal hero has issues with. Obviously, on official, it's going to take you a long time to build that secondary unit, because you're mainly going to focus on 1E3 probably for the most part. But anyways, we'll go to Nightmare 25. How's that sound? Sounds good. Uh-oh, field, but I've already got full energy, so let's see how it goes. Shouldn't be bad. Like I said, we went into a single field with the worst possible setup and managed to walk away from it. So, we'll see. Stun's still coming in heavy. Still stunned. Still stunned. Uh-oh. There we go. Whew. There you go. There you go. With that, like I said, if you don't have crowd control reduction, those nodes right there will end you. 100% of the time, they will kill you. Well, pretty much 100% of the time. 99.6% of the time. That's going to be a bad time. Okay, it is. Also, something to keep in mind here. I know we went past Nightmare 25. Just kind of looking for something real quick. Might not find it. Whatever. Anyways, is Walters. Walter was changed on official, but that change didn't make its way to the private server. Walter now is a very tough unit to face, like this guy right here. Especially these nodes. The 4x Walter nodes on official are incredibly difficult for one reason. He got buffed to have a 100% stun chance on his basic attack. Which means after you hit him the first time, if he even gets a single chance to attack you, he can stun lock you for the entire battle in official. So you've got to either counter a single Walter with a single Walter or a stun immune unit, or take on all 4 Walters with a stun immune unit, or I've heard Valkyrie works really well against him because she does damage even when she's crowd controlled. But we'll see if we can one-shot this with our Vesa, assassin damage, and a demon potion. I don't know. Oh, we left one left alive. So, like I said, if that would be official, no matter what, I'd have just lost my Vesa. She'd been dead. Because she'd been permanently stunned. No way to get out of it. She'd been gone. But because it's private, we can still get away with that. That's kind of what I wanted to show off, I guess. Let's just go to Nightmare 50. Let's just go to Nightmare 50 and make a day out of it. I'll say that and we'll die on the way up there. One good thing about demon potions, I don't need them right now, though, because she's got full energy. One, they do stack beyond 100%, so if you have full energy, use a demon potion. It gives you extra skill damage, just by the way. But they also give you a little bit of health, too, like a half bar of health when you use them. So if you're a little low on health and energy, it's a good way to just, like, multi-purpose your potions. I think we can handle this guy. Boop. We've done it before. Didn't do quite as much damage that time, I guess, because we didn't overstack the energy. But not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Let's hope we can make it to Nightmare 50. I'd be happy with that. Good stopping point for the video, and then I can try to make my way to hell, off camera. But there we go. As you can see, it's going pretty well. There's not a lot of nodes you have to really worry about. When you run into things like 4 scaries, that's a pretty scary node. Karims, the 4 Karims, I said before, they can be kind of rough because they stop you from healing as much. So those can be something to watch out for. Gru, defeated. Defeated on the Grus. Can't kill him. I can kill him. Just very slowly killing him. Like I said, it's kind of hard to kill Grus. And like I said, it all depends on the hero you use as your main hero is going to make a big difference on how you face different battles. So this is our last demon potion. We've got another. Ooh, she still almost died. And we still got 11 waves to go. The question is, can we make 11 waves with an E3 Vesa and an E3 Heartwatcher? I feel like we can. As long as we don't get super unlucky in our draws, we should be fine. No demon potions. Let's do it. Let's see if we can walk away. We can walk away. I think we're doing pretty good now. Mickeys, I don't think they're super dangerous. We'll see. Nope, they're not dangerous. Good healing node. Sometimes that's how you do it when you run out of potions. You got to find weak nodes. You're like, okay, I don't necessarily need to heal at all. I can be at half health and actually will heal myself all the way to max on this one. So something to keep a lookout for. Shouldn't die here, hopefully. There we go. We're making it. We're going to make it to Nightmare 50, peeps. It's going to feel good. This is an easy one. Easy one. Get dead. Get dead. Ice Blink sometimes can be rough, but hopefully with my Light Will on, they're not as bad. I've had times where Ice Blink has ruined my entire Aspen run, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Ice Blink just took me down. But it does happen. Like I said, when you get frozen, they do extra damage, and not only that, they nerf your attack when you hit them, as you can see, and she keeps getting frozen. That Light Will needs to kick in there, lady. Make it happen. Do not die on these people. There we go. One's down. Dodged all that CC. We're doing good. Yeah, here we go. Like I said, though, it can be a hairy situation because they do drain your attack, which means your heals aren't quite as effective. If they freeze you, they do extra damage to you. And now we're in a stinker of a deal. Let's just go ahead. 4 Walters is not going to be a fun node to fight right now. They don't heal at least, so we can just kind of throw away our trash units on them and hopefully deal enough damage. Okay, no damage. Awesome! Loving it. So let's throw a full-on heal on you. And let's see if you cannot die. Odds are you are dead. I don't want you to be dead, but you're probably dead. You're dead. 100% you're dead. Yep. That's it for you, Vesa. Goodbye. Goodbye, sweet Vesa. This might be where we're in. Nightmare 47. Sad face equipped. Up, should have healed. Dumb. Dumb. I'm retarded. I deserve to lose. It's absolutely a thing. Please kill that one, Walter. Or don't. Don't kill any of them. Oh, you're in trouble. Oh, Heartwatcher, you are in so much trouble. Oh, you still didn't kill him. You're in big troubles. The Dookie train has left the station. Yep, you're dead. 100% dead. You couldn't have hit more of the wrong unit more times. But wow, that was sad. Apparently Nightmare 50, not a thing. I hate you both. You both suck. They don't. But anyways, that is going to be it for today, though, guys. We did a little bit of an Aspen run for you guys. Built the E3 Heartwatcher. I like her. She's my jam. I do like Heartwatcher, but that's me it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please make sure smash that thumbs up button to show your support. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well and tell your friends about it because that definitely helps me out a lot. And I will see you guys in the next one.